Let's have a look at the player cam.
It's not Jacob.
It's Joshua and Hoy.
Joshua and Hui on Rosinante
And
versus Ace. Oh, this is a tough matchup for Rosinante, not gonna lie to you.
I believe Hoy was the one that lost the pair down in Swiss rounds yesterday, letting us have 1 hour back of our time.
Really? Was it him?
I believe it was him.
Oh, thank you, sir.
He's done his job, and now he's made top 4. Like, he has cruised his way through this tournament. He's like, you know what? I actually just want to go home.
How many aces were there in the top 32?
I think it wasn't too many. I think it was only like 4.
4 only. Now, regardless of like, this is, I believe, it's going to be like, especially when the 8-cost event gets played on the field. Man, an 8,000 power leader is gonna be quite tough to get over.
Oh, for sure.
Gonna go see what seems like Hui is going to go with just a search, Garb search, getting himself a Jozu. Great pick to choose because as you all know, Rosinante protects on KO. But unfortunately, Josuke just bounces back to hand, so it's not gonna be looking good. And as you all know, Rosinante plays a lot of 4 costs, there's a lot of 5 costs as well. Can't bounce back to 7 costs.
No, can't do that, but there's always Gravity Blade for that.
And also Red Rock.
True. So Josh is probably trying to search for that like Virgo so he can try and protect his board against all these other kinds of removals that typically doesn't really affect other decks.
Yeah, yes.
But as we can see, Ace also had to go first because of Josh being the higher seed, meaning Hui is now playing off curve. Like, we all know Ace is one of the strongest 8-Don plays of just the event into 10-cost Blocker Beard.
Yep.
But that's not going to be the case in this game. He's going to have to play slightly off curve. If he's running things like Yamato, he can other blue 5-cost Yamato. He has a couple of other options he can play on curve then, but looks like it's only his 3-Don turn. But let's see what Hoy's going to be doing.
Okay, cool. So with 7k swing into lead, whoop, forgot about the life. Boom,
Yep,
there you go.
Going through their life quickly.
Now, it's actually 1 Don onto the Rosinante, swinging 6 into the Ace. We'll have to pitch out a 1k. Is he happy to go down to things? He's just doing a bit of calculation here. 3 Don will be able to play the 4 cost in preparation for the next turn.
But as we're trying to do all these quick setup turns at the start of the game, I do want to point out exactly what you've called out as well. Red Blue Ace has a lot of removal that isn't KO based, unless if there's a weird like jet pistol in the list or something. But it's not set 1 again. But because of all these alternate forms of removal, the matchup is actually kind of Ace favored. It's not significantly Ace favored, and as we can see, we actually see Atmos here, and that's going to bounce that law back to hand.
Oh my gosh, Atmos. I've completely forgot about that because it's a 4 cost. You can return a 4 cost or less back into it.
Yes.
It's a great matchup for great tech for this matchup, especially, preventing and really staggering the tempo that Rosinante wants to have on the field.
Exactly. And there's all these small things like that where Rosinante really does need to see that Virgo. And if they don't see that Virgo, then things like this happen, and it's not a good time for the Rosinante player.
Question is, quickly check if Joshua is running Virgo in this. At least of a 2 of, right?
I believe he is, but let's quickly double check.
That's just 1 Don onto Rosinante, swings into lead, does have 1, counters out with 1k.
And you are right, he is on 2 Virgo as well. So
Virgo, yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate he hasn't seen it just yet, but at the same time, it's like turn 3.
Very wise for the Joshua to be playing that 7 cost straight away, because on the 7th on turn play, there is 1 card that Joshua has to be kind of worried about, which is one. I mean, like, look, Huey has two choices. Use one of your event cards to bottom deck, which is 1 less body to worry about.
Yep.
And you need to really outbody the Rosinante. Or 2, you get yourself like you kind of use Jozu at this point, or just build that board.
Yeah,
he just wants to build that board and swing.
He can still play Jozu to bounce the 2 Garbs back to hand. He can start adding searches back to hand if he doesn't have the Whitebeard like combo all lined up already. On a side note, I do really appreciate the Straw Hat Don set that is being fielded. It's such a classic Don set. Always looks so good. And then on the other hand as well, we have the Rosinante I Love You Don as well. Like, The thematic Dons set. Oh,
That was a grab blade.
that was indeed a grav blade.
Oh, just call it. Was it a grab blade? What?
Isn't it Red Rock?
Was it red rock or grab blade? I can't see from that glare.
The glare is too
I
much.
can see glare, and I'm assuming it has to be the red rock because he was on 7 Don, and exactly how I called it. Bam, to the bottom of the deck, one less body to worry about. You want to really outbody the Rosinante in the early game, really preventing and stopping that momentum. Now back to our Rosinante player. This is going to be quite unfortunate. Already down to 2 life. Hasn't got any board presence whatsoever. He is gonna be on that 9 Don turn curve, and guess who's gonna make appearance? The man, the myth, the legend himself, Whitebeard gets himself
my
the
lord.
4-cost blocker, trash law -2. Gets now. What do you get? Boom! Oh, it's gonna be one of the Whitebeards and Jozu.
That is such a good hit. You hit the Jozu, so he's got no real good play next turn, and the 10-cost Whitebeard. There's only 4 of them in the deck, and that Ace needs to see at least 2 of them to have a good chance. What a good hit.
That was so sick.
I'm taking my words back. I thought that law was not really played too much. Every time that law has been played, it has hit good things. I am wrong.
Now, you know what will be quite unfortunate if he ends up getting himself another grab blade. I do see that he has a red rock available.
He
Might be
does.
conserving that. Then gets. You know what? You got rid of my 10 block. I don't think the 8 cost event is going to be viable in this certain stage. Let's see what he ends up getting. Can you imagine if he ends up getting himself from that draw it was a 10 drop?
I know, right?
And
Imagine it's like you pitch it and you're like, oh no.
Gets himself another red rock, so 2 red rocks available in his arsenal. There we go. And bottom decking that Rosinante, decreasing the pressure that he is going to encounter. Swing 6 into lead. Contemplating whether he's going to use the blocker and then, or just use the 2k counter.
That Atmos turn 2 has been putting in so much work over the course of the game. Like, it stopped Josh's having so much tempo early on, and now it's just chipping away at his hand. What more can you ask for?
100%. Now we're going to pass it over to Rosinante. Joshua needs to find the key pieces. Hopefully, man, it is a bait. This is how it's going to play out. Joshua's going to play a bigger body. Hopefully, he's going to stick on the board, but he doesn't know that Hui actually has another red rock in hand.
Yep. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Back to back. How many red rocks is this guy running, man? Is it like, imagine a 4 of? That'll be wild.
Yeah, I'm checking his deck list now. It's looking to be 27.
27? Deck check, Judge. Here we go. Another big body. It's going to be... Oh, no. It's actually just going to be the rush low. Maybe able to play a bigger body after as soon as it does its job. Swinging 6 into 6. Does have one and takes a life. No trigger over there.
So he's actually only on 3 red rocks and no grav blades.
Only
so
3.
That is the last grav blade in his deck. Because we saw one get used really early to get rid of the 7-cost law.
And then the buff law is going to make their appearance. Plus 1,000 to all of the characters on the field.
Look at what they need to do to mimic a fraction of Ace's power.
In all honesty, Joshua needs to start focusing on board because the less swings that he has to worry about in the future, the better.
Having said that, I don't think our Ace player has a 10-cost Whitebeard in hand, so it kind of makes this next turn a bit awkward for him.
Yeah, but it's going to be a, excuse me, 8k into lead, or possibly the at most.
But here we are, Rosinante just doing the search. And for what is probably considered a bad matchup for Rosinante, Josh is in a really good position still. Like, this is looking good.
With only 3 cards in hand and also 2 of them being bricks.
And 1 life.
And 1 life. Ooh, Joshua's gonna do it, I think. Maybe, I don't know. It's too it's too early to call it, but we'll see how we go.
At least for this game, it's looking pretty good for Josh.
Well, Josh was, he took second off Ace, right?
Yes, he took second off Ace. So Ace is unfortunately playing off curve, which is not what you want.
Passes the turn over to Hui. Let's see if he's got...
Can he draw out of it? I see you shaking your head, Paul.
No, first of all, don't tell the viewers that, man. Swings 2,000 into the sugar. Get out of here, sugar. We don't need you. You've done your job.
That is one nice thing about having 3 Garps on field, that Sugar blocker Sugar was never going to live.
Yep, and that is correct. It's going to be another.
I think it's got to be like a Jozu here, right?
It's going to be another Red Rock. Get out
Another
of here.
Red Rock, jeez.
Buffalo has been nerfed at the bottom of the deck, bottom of the ocean, similar to the anime. Oops, spoilers alert, too bad. All right, moving over to the submarine. It's only the submarine. Chill, guys. Chill. We good.
That marker on board, though, is going to threaten a couple of extra cards for our ace player, which is maybe going to get him out of this mess. But also, if Josh keeps this tempo up, like the ace player only has 2 cards in hand, there's only so much he can do. And if there's an Uso Hachi and he can just go face here, and you could probably win. Like,
yeah, he can. Now the question is, what is? Oh, by the way, he doesn't have 1 Don attached to his character.
Yeah, so he doesn't get the draw off the lead effect, but he still gets a 2 off the marker Don.
I mean, if he's only got 2 cards in hand, what is he gonna do? And it's gonna be a 2K counter from the. It's gonna be another 2K swing into the Garb. With a couple of Dons still available.
We're trading back and forth.
At this point, we might actually have a Rosinante versus Rosinante in the grand finals. One is a decent deck, the other one is a wild card deck. I don't know, but you know what? Let's get back to the present. We're gonna see whether Joshua takes this right now. Does -1? Does he have the Femlaw available? No, it isn't. It's gonna be the.
Is that another Buffalo?
Oh, it is going to be the Femlaw with the rush swing,
Never
6 in
mind.
field lead. We'll have to be blocking that, taking it, drawing 2 cards from the on KO ability. Has only 1 card, 1 life left. Are those 2 cards the necessary cards that he needs to counter out of these fury of attacks?
One of them was a blue Yamato, so it does have 1k counter, so he can get out of at least 1 more 6k swing. But still, at the same time, you're going down to 2 cards in hand as ace before you've played a 10-drop white beard.
Now, regardless of whether he plays, it's a Cavendish and also a Yamato is going to be 2k counter. He trashes the Femlaw. Get out of here. You've done your job. What is he end up going to play here? It's going to be the
Blocker Law. Oh,
Rosinante.
Getting a Don active back and drawing a card keeps his hand full.
Dare I say he attaches 4 Don onto the thing, and he does exactly that. He swings into life 0, preparing for himself the possible lethal, maybe, hopefully, and fingers crossed it's going to be the unblockable event in hand.
I mean, at this point, though, you're feeling good if you're Josh. Ace with 4 cards in hand, no blockers on board, and you've got multiple attackers that can attack. It's really hard for the ace player to get out of this scenario.
And it's going to be the 10-drop Blackbeard.
Top decking that Whitebeard, huge.
Is it, though?
It gets him a few extra cards. He can attach some Don. He can try and clear some board, but honestly, like, Josh just might have the unblockable event to call it a day.
If the unblockable is there, then it's not going to do much. Man, this game has only been going down for 13 minutes. It feels like we're in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. That is not a Han reference. We're going to get back into it. Let's see what he ends up getting. He uses the the Rosinante ability, gets himself 1 life. Does he end up getting the 1 piece that he needs in order to finish it off? Let's see it.
Right. We see... Uso Hachi's not super relevant right now, but come on. The crowd is watching Josh. All the pressure.
So he has 1 Don attached. He still has the leader ability available, minusing 2,000 for any potential swings. What do you reckon the calculation is here for the possible lethal?
I mean, look at your board. You've got 2 5Ks and an 8K. Do you almost just like kind of split it and go like 8, 10, 10?
8, 10, 10. I like it.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst.
It's going to force 2 cards out on the first attack, and then the 10 forces the remaining 3 out.
Mm-hmm.
So either he does live this turn and he's got no cards in hand, or it's going to force all the blockers out.
It's going to be a 10k into the lead. Will he end up using a blocker or using the ace ability to counteract? Uses the block. It's going to be another 200,000.
I also don't mind this. Just 10-14.
10-14, yeah, exactly right. Uses the leader ability, gets himself another Rosinante. Will be swinging with another Rosinante that he's going to swing 10 into lead. Does he have it?
He does that. Oh, he's got an Otama in hand now.
-2. That's an 8. Otama, plus 1,000. Does get rid of the Jozu, and it is going to be there. And now it will be the crackback with 2 blockers available still. Oh my gosh.
Ace, 2 cards in hand, going to 3. Oh, it's so close.
Yes, it is very close. Let's see how he ends up doing the. Oh, wait, I'm just trying to think.
I mean, Ace can't win this turn.
No, he won't be able to. Swings 2002 payback for the original card. Gets himself another white beard. And there's a Roger available.
He drew a Marco and a Roger. He drew 2 bricks though. This is such an awkward position now to try and go for gaming, but at the same time, you've got 2 8K bodies if you're the Rosinante player. You can just go 8, 8, like 15, and you're probably fine here.
Here we go for the possible finisher. 10 Don available, swings 8 into lead.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be 8, 8, 10, 10.
Another 8.
And I think this is going to be game. Unless if there's some kind of line I'm just not seeing, but... Oh, you can
And
also
go straight
go.
up. And then we go scoopity scoop scoop.
Rosinante taking game 1.
We might possibly be seeing a Rosinante mirror match in the finals.
Having said that, he did take Ace off curve.
Yeah, that is also true.
So maybe this game is going to be just wildly Ace's favor, but then it can go back to Rosinante taking Ace off curve again.
Also, another thing that maybe Ace is not going to find his possible pieces. Maybe he's not going to find the 8-cost event and the Whitebeard, or even just have the Whitebeard of one of each and actually not have the pairing combo.
I mean, you look at that game, and realistically, the Ace player didn't see anything on curve. They kind of had a really rough game. They didn't see any like Marco blockers. The Atmos was insane turn 3 though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, it was a great like kind of like halt to the tempo that Rosinante wants to display.
That 4-cost blocker law ripping out a 10-cost Whitebeard and I think it was a Jozu. That kind of just stopped any kind of pressure the Ace player could have had to stop Josh's onslaught early on.
Shuffling up their decks, man. Rosinante really just going against the odds. Obviously, I think it's just the Don turn curve, but we'll just have to wait and see. Refilling back their lives for game 2, possibly a game 3. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh my gosh, is that what I think it is? I think when he only had, did he have 2 8-cost events in hand? No, he plays himself an EZO. Look at the top 5. Let's see what it ends up getting here. It is going to be the Marco blocker.
Such a good card.
Fantastic. Attaching 1 Don onto the Ace and then passing the turn over to Joshua. 3 Don turn play.
I really like just attaching that Don and passing turn. It means if Rosinante is going to attack it, it's like, I'm just going to draw another card.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly right.
Sure, you can throw out that 4-cost law blocker and rip 2 cards out of my hand again. Hopefully I've got more cards in hand and you don't hit the ones I need.
Exactly the card that he needs, man. I guess uses the law blocker, boom, the 4-cost back into it, refreshing, get it for free.
Such a good card in this matchup as well. Being 6k power means he can throw out all that aggression against the leader without having to do any kind of Don investment. However, is Atmos going to hit? Is this an Atmos turn to just ruin that? Probably not, now that
it's going to be a 6 into lead. We'll be taking it. And then is this going to be a deja vu?
Could be the Marco. Could be... Oh, it is the Atmos again. It's kind of upsetting if you're on Josh's side, knowing all that early pressure from that a wonderful 4-cost 6k law blocker is not really relevant right now.
Let's see if it's going to be deja vu, not just from Hui's side, but also from Joshua's side. Still trying to maintain and create board. And he ends up getting himself the Rosinante 6-cost.
I mean, he can just go -1 Don, play that Rosinante out, get an additional Don back, and then just go 6 face.
Yeah, it's basically a free. It's basically free at this point, right?
We love 4-cost 8k blockers.
It's just so strong. Like being to fill up the board and just cheat out. -2 cost. Love it. For the cost of 1. Plays himself 1. Let's see what he ends up doing here.
He does have a couple of decisions on how he wants to go about this, though. So completely understand taking his time. Game 1 was over so quickly that they can afford to take this tiny bit of extra time each turn just to make sure that they're sequencing it all correctly. And as we thought, it is going to be that 6-cost Rosinante in law, and then swinging 6 phase.
We'll have to pitch out a 1k. There we go. Pitches out the glare card.
Yep, the fabled glare card.
It's actually just okay. So you use the leader ability, pitching out the brick there, swinging 5 into lead for a possible fish. He can possibly use the Izo. No, he goes 6 into the thing, blocks with the Rosinante, 5 into the sugar. Get out of here, sugar. You've done your job.
Yeah. We saw earlier on today how often those searches can run rampant and just cause too much value over time.
7K into lead. Plays the Otama and gets more
Okay,
resources to hand.
by playing this Otama, I feel like he's just setting up for Jozu next turn, right? Or Jozu in the near future.
Because then you'll be able to not only use it once, but use it twice.
Yes.
Not as a possible gaining more cards, or even a 2K counter.
Having said that, did you see our Ace's hand? It looked pretty average.
Pretty average in saying like it was.
I don't think I saw a 10 cost.
Ooh. Maybe that's why reason why he pitched out the 8 cost as well.
Yeah. Well, he had another 8 cost event in hand as well. So I think he's really trying to just dig for a 10 cost Whitebeard.
There is an 8 cost. You are correct. I think he does have a whatchamacallit, a garbage search that they could probably filter through, but it's gonna really impact on that curve as well.
Like Ace really needs to be playing on curve, and then it is definitely one of the strongest decks in the game. But if it's slightly off curve, then it can be a bit awkward. And oh my lord, the Virgo has hit the board.
Oh, Joshua has learned his lesson for the last game. You know what? I am sick and tired of you trying to bottom deck this and
no
bottom
red
deck that.
No Atmos for you, no Jozu for you. You just struggle now.
Yeah, just slapping his wrist saying, no, stop it.
Bad Ace player.
Swinging 6 into a lead. This is going to be the 8 cost turn. I do believe that he might have the Whitebeard. We'll just have to wait and see.
Did he draw it? Is the question. Surely, right? You've seen so many cards already.
Treasure card players, your round 6 now.
Having said that, Ace is still at 3 life going into a Don turn, which is kind of crazy. He's been countering incredibly effectively and also been stopping a lot of Josh's onslaught.
There we go. 6K into the sugar.
What is coming here? I feel like I don't think it's Whitebeard. Otherwise, he would have played that so much earlier. But
oh, wow. Okay. It's going to be a Cavendish as well as a Marco, really taking advantage from an offense, a defensive, and a resourceful approach.
I like it. He knows if he just doesn't block with Marco this turn, that Marco is then going to draw 3 next turn. Cavendish is going to cycle. He's going to see that Whitebeard eventually. He's playing the match. He's playing the matchup really well for what looks to be like a brick of a hand.
Yeah.
Like, this is always sometimes the issue with decks that rely on like a 2-card combo to see, and if they just don't draw, they're awkwardly floundering on their like 10 drop turns.
Gonna see the Femlaw rushing in, doing a little cheeky little punch there, little donkey punch, boom, get out of here, and then runs back out, gets trashed, don't need you anymore. But before it does that, goes for another 7K swing.
No effect from Virgo to try and just prevent anything from wanting to. Actually, there's no point. You can reduce Marco. I think Boy's going to just let it die.
Does trash the Femlaw.
This is such a weird matchup to see where the Rosinante player has the like 10 cards in hand and the Ace player has 3. Typically, I feel like most matchups have it around the other way.
Buffalo does come out buffing up the leader as well as just swinging 8 into a lead. We'll have to pitch out and does take his first life. There we go, bunking this up to 4 life as well. Is that Rosinante going to be swinging as well, trying to add as so much pressure as possible? He's sitting on 4 cards. If he does end up swinging with that Rosinante, he will be giving Hui 2 more cards. No, so yeah, 2 more cards. Don't attach to that ace. There we go. It's going to be a 2 and a 1.
Really trying to keep that life total high, but look at that hand size. That's a concerning number of cards in hand. Drawing what appeared to be another Marco as well. Just looking a bit awkward on the Ace's side. But Rosinante has had a really wonderful game on their front. Oh my god, they drew the 10 drop.
10 drop raw though. No 8, not 8 cost. Look.
Clearly drew that off the Whitebeard. Otherwise,
that is so unfortunate.
You got to roll with the punches sometimes. But
yeah, it's true. Going to be 8 into. I believe that 8 was into the Virgo.
I think you do need to remove it at this point. Like
2K counter once more is going to be 6 into a 6. Draws 2 cards. Trashes 1. Does have
the round table.
Hello.
We love block 1 cards. I wonder what matchup that round table is truly aiming for. I think it would be really good in this kind of matchup as well. Just that Rosie's like rest of cool. Let's just get rid of it.
Yeah. I don't think the round with this specific. If you're planning to use round table, I mean, yeah, you could always trash one life. I mean, gain like take a hit and then preserve it. But yeah, adding that additional, looking out for an additional swing as well. It's like you've taken a life and you've lost a body. Is it really worth it?
Agreed. Josh really taking his time on this turn just to try and map out the best way to go about it. Ace is healthy enough that like you can't go for a game this turn. He's just played the first 10 drop Whitebeard. You need to be very careful.
Gamma knife -1, minusing that Cavendish. Hopefully, actually taking advantage of that weenie over there. Can swing into it.
Yes. That is very nice to see. He's also using leader effect. Maybe he's going to play like Rush Law out at this point.
And you are right. Femlaw is making their appearance once more, swinging 6 into the Yamato first, 6
Trying
into
to go for
Fix.
some board control, which makes total sense. Ace only has 2 cards in hand. If he wants to block with marker, he goes to 5, which is a good amount, but there's not much pressure coming back at him afterwards. Ace can only draw one card per turn off his leader effect, anyways.
Yeah, and there we go. Yamato's out of here. Back to Wano you go. It draws 1 card from the Ace ability, trashes the Femlaw.
Buffalo here would be so cool.
And they just, as you said, a Buffalo does make their appearance plus 1,000 to every single
now that
card.
1 cost Rosinante is actually going to force 2 cards out on a Cavendish, insane.
And Cavendish is going to say bye-bye, going back to Dressrosa. It still has 2 blockers still available. Now it's time to go fishing. Let's see what you can do with a couple of fish swings into the lead. 2 cards still in life. Don't know whether he has a brick hand or not. So let's just take a sneak peek. Thank you, Kui, for being so helpful.
I saw a part of a picture. I gotta tell you, I think it was. Oh, actually, it was the round table still. So we know there's
Yeah.
1 brick.
It looks like Kui does have cards.
He's got 5.
He's got 5. 8 into 6. Can use the Marco blocker. Really trying to preserve his life at this point.
The Virgo is going to be interesting as well. I don't know if you attack with it this turn because then maybe the Ace player just wants to swing everything back into the Virgo to truly kill it. But, you know, he's just going down to 1 life. Hold on, you just keep going face.
Yeah, 9
force
lead.
as many cards out as possible.
That's what you want. You want to apply that pressure. He's just very cautious. The reason why he wants to maintain that 2-1 life is because, mate, there's that unblockable.
Yeah.
That unblockable will get ya.
What? Discarding, I think that's a Red Rock?
Red Rocket and a Tama. Still has a Virgo to swing with 8k as well.
I mean, do you even want to swing with that Virgo? Because, I mean, maybe the Hawaii doesn't have another Red Rock in hand, and that's why he got rid of it. But, like, this is where all those small micro decisions truly start to make a difference between what makes someone who can top 4 consistently and someone who just hits like a lucky run into the bracket and makes top 32 for the first time.
Oh, we saw Uta. He's got a 2k.
Nice.
He does have a 2k. I'm not sure. I think he's already used his leader ability.
Yeah, he used it with a Red Rock just before. So
8.
this at least is going to force out a 2k. Yeah, there you go.
2k. Oh, sorry, 7. Oh, no, wait. Does it only buff?
It only buffs Rosinante's.
Rosinante's and laws, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like Don Quixote.
If only.
If
Actually, no. Rosinante's too good. If our finals is double Rosinante, that's too good.
Oh my gosh, Rosinante just creeping up the ranks, showing its true power.
Definitely one of the nice things about this weekend. I came into this weekend thinking Rosinante is a good deck. Did I expect it to be one of the most represented decks in top 32? No. And did I expect it to do so well and make top 4, let alone 2 in top 4? No. But hey, we love to see it. It is definitely one of the stronger decks of the format.
It's a good change. It's a good change of pace, honestly. Quite refreshing. I'm surprised. Yeah, no bowlers made it. No Namis.
Yeah.
And there's going to be the Red Rock minusing those 7,000 down to a negative 3,000, swinging using the Otama. Disrespectful onto the Virgo.
Such a It's a good card. And as I thought, I was calling it out. I was like, there's that risk of attacking with Virgo, though.
Mhm.
Like, you can give up your protection because we know he would have probably spent his entire turn just attacking that. And
And
now,
this is what we're gonna see: bouncing back the Otama,
Yes.
and then using the Jozu, reducing the aggression next turn.
and all of a sudden, it's starting to look Ace's favor.
Oh my gosh!
Swinging Virgo might have actually been.
What will cost him the game? Maybe.
It might have. Like, admittedly, Ace is still 1 life, 3 cards in hand. There is a very realistic chance that he can make a comeback here. There are 2 blockers on the Ace's
Mhm.
field, and one of them is going to say draw 2 cards. But
Here we
if
go.
we want to try and keep the pressure up on the Ace, we can. We can keep his hand size
Mhm.
as low as possible, and we're not at risk of dying. We have 4 life as Rosinante.
That's right. Swing 8 into Ace, no Don attached to it, won't be able to trigger off that, and does
There we
the
go.
block. There we go. Draws 2 cards, 1 and 2. There you go.
I think that was an EZO, right?
That was an EZO. Will be able to also swing another 8 into lead. But the question is, does he actually have any?
Yeah, you have to be a bit careful with how you're going to swing this turn out because there's still that 1 blocker. If you just swing 8 and then
Mhm.
don't have a good follow-up play, he's just going to block it and pass. If you start investing Don, you don't really have any other attacks, so he's still probably just going to block it and call it a day. That is one of the big things about this blocker beard that causes grief for so many players.
Here we go, playing that. It is going to be the Rosinante being able to draw. Is that what was? Wait, was that what I think it is? He top decked the unblockable.
I mean, that would be cool.
It would be pretty cool. Just saying, he has 4 life. He can prepare for it in the next turn if he manages to get him down to 0 life.
I mean, at that point, like, do you start just going, I'm going to go 8 and then 9? If I swing 8, you're probably going to block this, right?
Yeah, he will need to 8.
There we
Boom,
go.
there we go. 9.
It's like, do I just rip it? Do I just go?
Oh, another Rosinante.
Here comes that 6.
Yeah, little cheeky 6. I mean, why not, right? Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah, try to force as many things as possible. Or does he leave 1 Don open for I love you?
He could. That's not nearly as fun, though.
Never
And I
mind.
agree.
Yeah,
Josh is smelling the blood. He's like, I need to get cards out of your hand.
There we go. And it's. Let's see what who he's getting up to right now.
It was an 8-cost event. Does he have another 10-cost?
No, he doesn't. But he does have. Does he have another EZO in hand?
He has an
No,
EZO.
he used EZO as counter.
I thought he just had another EZO, though. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Digging for that 10-cost Whitebeard, and
There it is.
And now he can also set up all the Don on the Jozu and the lead and just start swinging. And Josh is started. He's like, okay, this is
Here
happening.
we go. First time it's ever happened. In both games.
The event into the 10-cost?
Yeah.
All weekend.
All weekend, actually. First ace that we've seen.
By the way.
There we go. Attaches the Jozu with some Don. We're going Don. We'll be swinging set 9. It can also block and then use the Rosinante ability to have the blocker remain on board. That's going to be 8 into lead. Can use the.
I think it was swinging into the
The
buff law.
Yeah, that's right.
And you do want to counter that because that means if Jozu swings, you can probably then take that and just take that life. And then I don't think the Whitebeard's going to swing. I think you can not afford that Whitebeard to swing at this point in the game.
No, you need to, but also, is it worth just swinging no, because like he's got the unblockable, but we'll see where I go. We'll see where I go.
I mean, look at this board. I would be terrified. There's like 8, 8, 8, 8, and a 5, and 10 Don. We know one of those is probably an unblockable event. I'm trusting your word on that. I didn't actually see it.
I saw the speech bubble. It's like usually, because Bullet String doesn't have a speech bubble.
I don't believe it does.
So I think it might be the event, the unblockable 10 Don. Got to be careful with that shuffling because there are new rules with. Oh man,
Coming in for an 8. I don't mind just poking with 8 as well. There's only 4 cards in hand. You're either going down to 2 cards in hand or you're taking a life. Oh, seeing a blocker is one of the best things you probably could have seen.
Then I'm going for another cheeky.
Another
8.
one.
What are you gonna do here? Are you gonna use leader ability -2 and then +1?
I think Josh is starting to feel the pressure as well. He's like really quite deep in thought. He's like, I need to win in this turn or next turn. Like I
Well,
can't.
He just closing his eyes, looking up, channeling his ancestors' power to see whether he can get out of this or not.
Or will he end up like a donut?
Mm,
Cannot,
oh,
cannot believe-
yo! Hey, that's why. It's alright. I'm just trying to think whether there is a possible way that we can win. That would be purposely taking that life,
Well, he took that.
and he did, and he's going for the Roger end.
It could work,
Good work.
but at the same time,
Here we go. Is there gonna be unblockable? Is there gonna be an
you just go
unblockable?
18k unblockable at this point. Like you've got 6 cards in hand. Every single one of those has to be.
There's also might be possible like a rad beam.
Well, I was going to say everything needs to be a 2k counter and an event.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh,
It's
coming
gonna
in
be
for
a
10.
10 into the lead. Still has a blocker available. Really baiting this out because he could possibly two cards set aside.
Well, that's for the 8.
Definitely, but which card is he going to trash? Most likely a brick. Does he trash the Roger though? Ooh.
I don't think he can afford to, right? He really has to go for game next turn, and even then, it's looking incredibly risky. Josh is on 3 life, and there's going to be 5 attackers on the ace field. We don't want. You just take all the large ones, and he drops everything. Oh my lord!
Yep.
So I think it's
10. That was 11. One of them is a brick.
at least 2. I think there's another Marco as well.
Oh.
But I like the way of countering out of that because now Josh isn't aware that he's got bricks. You've got one up. Josh is thinking about Rad Beam as you've called out.
Yeah. Because I'm just trying to think if he rad beams out, still has a blocker. I think he has to force it down to probably like a big swing. He's gonna go for a fish swing first. Goes to 10 into ace. Will he use that?
He either has to.
Uses the Izo.
Ooh. Does he draw the? Oh, is that
It's
the
a pudding. It's a pudding. Oh, bottom deck set. Gets himself an extra. So it is gonna be a 4 cost.
has to block?
Set. Yep.
I think at this
So
point
it's GG. I think it's GG. Oh, maybe. Wait, it's GG.
he might be able to get out. I can't see that last card.
I don't think it's a 2k counter. And
it's a
loses
Okay.
just by 1k.
Again, Rosinante scraping through by the skin of their teeth.
With 22 minutes left, we have time for a little quick break. Wow, Rosinante beating the odds against Ace. Holy dooly.
Honestly, if you just showed me only that matchup for what this matchup is like, I would be like, oh, that's probably Rosinante favored. They've got so many answers. But realistically, that doesn't normally happen.
Will we possibly? I'm gonna right after this, I'm gonna go quickly down to see what's the go with the other one because I know it is Rosinante against Emu.
Yes, let's find out. Is it a Rosie mirror in the finals?
We'll just have to wait in the next
It is?
episode of Dragon. What? I thought it was Emu. A reason. Oh, my apologies.